Good afternoon, everyone. Today I came with new topic that is wound care and dressing. Okay, let's move to the topic. What is wound care and dressing? Okay, wound care and dressing. Okay, after this class, the student can able to understand what is a wound and surgical or wound dressing, explain the purpose of dressing, discuss the principle of dressing, elaborate types of dressing, conduct preliminary assessment before the dressing, discuss preparation of the patient and the ward, and arrange the articles required for dressing, conduct the procedure, do the aftercare of patient and article. Okay, you can see that what is a wound and surgical or wound dressing. Okay, what is a wound? Okay, last class I had discussed regarding what is a wound. Wound is a discontinuity of the skin due to any other injury. Otherwise, we can able to say any injury to living tissue caused by cut, blow or other impact, typically one in which the skin is cut or broken. Okay, you can see that what is surgical or wound dressing. Okay, sterile dressing covering applied to a wound or incision using a aseptic technique with or without medication. Okay, sterile dressing. Okay, application. When you will be apply sterile dressing over the wound, that is considering as a surgical wound dressing. Okay, you can see that what are the purposes of is surgical dressing. Okay, otherwise wound dressing to promote wound granulation and healing. Okay, that will be enhance the wound healing, and next is to prevent undue contamination of wound, and next is to decrease purulent wound discharge, and to apply medication to the wound, and to provide comfort to the patient. That is the main purposes of dressing. You can see that principles of dressing. Okay, the person who is going to do the dressing, they have to use they have to follow standard precaution at all times. When using a swab or gauze to cleanse a wound, work from the clean area outward the dirty area. When irrigating a wound, warm the solution to room temperature, preferably to body temperature, to prevent lowering of the tissue temperature. Be sure to allow the irrigant to flow from the cleanest area to the contaminated area to avoid spreading pathogens. What are the types of dressing? Gauze dressing, non-antiseptic dressing, antiseptic dressing, wet dressing, pressure dressing, self-adhesive transparent dressing. Okay, we can say that this is a gauze dressing. Okay, this is a gauze dressing. This is a non-antiseptic dressing, and this is an antiseptic dressing. Here the nurse is using antiseptic solution for dressing the wound. And next we can say this is a pressure dressing. Here the nurse is used that bandage. Okay, prevent bleeding. Otherwise, they cover the wound. And this is a cell adhesive transparent dressing. Okay, next you can see what are the preliminary assessment before going to do the dressing. Okay, you can see check the level of consciousness and understanding of the patient. You have to check the vital signs of the patient. If you find out any abnormality in the vital sign, you have to inform to the doctor. Allergy to the uh, tape or cleaning solution, you have to find out the patient is having any allergy to the tape, otherwise any other cleaning solution, antiseptic solution, you have to mention in the file, and you have inform to the doctor too. And you have to check the bleeding tendencies. Okay, bleeding tendencies also you have to check before applying in the new dressing, and you have to follow the doctor's order which type of dressing we have to apply on the patient wound, that you have to see in the patient file. After that only you have to apply the dressing. Okay, next you can see bleeding or drainage from wound site. Okay, you have to check the bleeding or drainage from the wound site. If any purulent discharge is coming from the dressing wound, you have to inform to the doctor. After that, doctor will be decide which type of dressing we have to apply on the wound. And next is you have to check the condition of the wound. Okay, that you have to check, and you have to check the assessment and the width of that wound, especially in pressure. So you have to check with the Braden scale. Okay, you can see that what are the preparation of the patient and the ward before going to do dressing. You know that every procedure before to do, we have to arrange the article, and you have to prepare the patient for that particular procedure. Okay, ensure that sweeping and mopping of ward is completed, and we have to check it the sweeping in the area, and where we are doing that dressing, that area is sterilized or cleansed or not. Okay, cleaned or not. And next is explain the procedure to the patient. That is a very important role of nurse. And we have to explain the procedure to the patient, which type of dressing we are going to do, what are the instructions you have to give to the patient, that you have to explain to the patient. That is very important. And next is all articles should be assembled at the patient bedside. We have to arrange the article before doing in the dressing. And next is proper lighting of the ward. That is very important. Before doing dressing, we have to check it and the proper lighting is there or not. Next is switch off fans. Okay, when you do the dressing, you have to switch off the fan. Okay, next you can see provide privacy by using screens. Okay, if you are doing in the dressing in the ward, otherwise ICUs, you have to use the screen. That is for providing privacy to the patients. And next, we check the agency protocol about using cleaning solution. When we will be use the antiseptic solution, otherwise cleaning solution, we have to follow the instruction about that particular solution that we have to follow. And next you can see fix the disposable plastic bag in the holders on the trolley. In our dressing trolley, it should have discard bag and waste disposable plastic bag that is for collecting in the discard material. And next is placed within a reach for disposal of soiled dressing. And next you can see articles required for the dressing. Okay, first one is sterile article is required. Sterile dressing set to contain the following. Okay, it include artery forceps, scissors, small bowl, safety pin, non-tooth thumb forceps, cotton balls, gauze piece, pads, gloves, mask, and gown. And next you can see other article. Okay, cleaning solution prescribed. Okay, especially sterile saline prescribed solution for dressing wound, adhesive or non-allergic tape, sterile gloves, and plastic bag for waste disposal, pad drum with sterile dressing, pad and gauze piece, towel or pad and magnetosh, kidney tray, and cheetle forceps. Okay, you can see that is a dressing trolley, and these are the roller bandages and gauze piece, and the different types of scissors, and this is a sterile bin, and this is an adhesive bandage, as a magnetosh, as an antiseptic solution, as a cheetle forceps. Okay, next you can see the procedure, how to do the procedure of dressing. First, you have to position the patient comfortably, and you have to give the comfortable position to the patient and wash hand thoroughly. It's very important. And next is put on gown, gloves, mask, etc. as is necessary. We have to wear personally protective equipment before doing in the dressing. That's very important for the self-care of the nurse and the patient too. Okay, next is open the sterile tray and spread the sterile towel around the wound. And next is pick up the dissecting forceps and remove the dressing. Okay, when you will first you have to use the dissecting forceps to remove the soiled dressing and put it in a paper bag. And soiled dressing you have to put it in a paper bag and discard the dissecting forceps in the bowl of solution. Okay, next you can see note the type and amount of drainage present. If any drainage is present, you have to note it in the file and ask the assistant to pour small amount of cleaning solution into the bowl. Okay, we need assistant while doing the dressing. We have to tell the assistants to pour the cleaning solution, otherwise antiseptic solution into the bowl. And next is clean the wound from the center to the periphery, discarding in the used swab after each stroke. And after cleaning, dry the wound with a dry swab. And after applying cleaning of that wound, you have to again clean with a dry cotton swab. Okay, apply medication if ordered. Okay, next you can see apply sterile dressing, gauze piece first, then cotton pads, and remove the gloves and discard it and secure the dressing with a bandage or tape. Okay, this is the procedure of dressing. And next you can see after dressing, what do you do? After care of the patient and the articles. Okay, make the patient is comfortable after doing. After the procedure, you have to ask the patient, it is the dressing is too tight, patient is having an irritation, pain, that you have to ask to the patient. And next is replace equipment. That is very important. What are the equipment you have taken, that you have to replace it, and you have to send it for utility area for cleaning, and you have to send it for sterilization also. And next is discard the disposable item. Okay, disposable plastic item you have to discard in the biomedical waste bins. Okay, you can see that wash hands. After the procedure, you have to do the hand washing. And next, after that, what do you do? Last step is document the type of dressing, condition of the wound, type of exudate, patient response. Okay, we have to mention and document the procedure to the patient file. That's very important. Which type of dressing we have done, what is the condition of the wound that time, and what are the type of purulent discharges present in the patient wound. Okay, next is report is any abnormalities observed while doing dressing. If you have observed any abnormality in the patient wound, you have to inform to the doctor. Okay, that is the aftercare of the patient and article after the dressing. I hope everyone understood regarding this topic, what is a wound care and dressing. Okay, thank you everyone. I will become with new topic on another session. Thank you.